Today we're going to be learning all about pie graphs. So we're going to try 6 different pages about pie graphs today in our lesson. Don't worry if you don't get it all done, no big deal. A pie graph is a way to share your data, a way to take those tally marks and to find out your information and to share it with others so that people can see it. It's always color-coded and it always has a title on top. Hey everyone, Mrs. Satcher here. Today we're going to do lesson 2 of our graphing booklet, and today we're going to be learning about pie graphs. So a pie graph is a really neat way to show our information, to show our data. We're going to be remembering what we learned about tallies and making sure we know how to count them. Then we're going to take that information and put it onto our pie graph. So let's do the first page together, all the way together, and then you'll know exactly what to do for the other pages. So this first one is all about clothing. So it has a picture over here of some jeans. So how many pairs of jeans are there? I see there's one group of 5. So right beside it, I'm going to write the number 5. And I'm then going to color in 5 of these little pieces of pie. So I'm going to color in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like lots of people wore jeans. Now let's look at the next one. Over here it says shirt. How many people what is the data for shirt? It says 1. So I'm going to take a different color. I'm going to take a blue marker and I'm going to write 1. That's a little bit tricky because it does kind of look like a, oh, there we go, a number 1. And so how many am I going to color? Just 1 of them. I'm doing kind of a fast job because I don't want you to spend a lot of time watching me do this, but I want you to know how to do it. So you're going to do a really nice job though of coloring it in. And then I'm going to look over here at the next one and it says skirt. Go ahead and tell me how many are for skirt. If you said 2, you're right. So I'm going to write down the number 2 over here. And I'm going to color in 2, not across from each other, but I put those 2 side by side. So like when I did my 5, I didn't do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I put all 5 of them together. When I did my 1, I did obviously just the 1. And now that I'm doing 2, I do both of them side by side. So there's 1 triangle, 1 piece of pie, 2 pieces of pies of my pie graph. And I'm going to leave the last one blank because it says 3, but I'm going to write down the number. There's 3 boots. So what do you think the question might have been? Go ahead, try thinking of one. I'm going to give you a couple seconds that you're doing the thinking as well. The question says, what question could have been asked? I think that the question was maybe, what is your favorite piece of clothing? So I'm going to write that down. And if you're having a hard time spelling it, you could do 2 things. You could ask a family member how to spell it, and they could tell you. You could ask a family member to write it out for you. You give the answer, you're doing the thinking, and they're going to do the writing. Or you can stretch it out. What is your remember is just you with an R, favorite. Oh, and I know how to spell clothing because it's right up here. What is your favorite clothing is what I think someone asked. And then they went around to their friends and said, what's your favorite clothing? And one friend said, jeans. And they marked it down. Then they went to another friend and they said, shirts. And they marked it down. Then they maybe went to another friend and they said, jeans. And they got all the data from their class. And I think that was the question. That's just my guess. Maybe you have a different question that you think. So what did you find out? Which clothing is there the most of? So if I look over here at the picture, I see that there is the most jeans. So I'm going to write down jeans. I can just look right up here and I know how to spell it. J-E, hit the ball, run the bases. A, magic C, up and down. N, line and a bump. And S, magic C, and back around. And it says here, which clothing is there the least of? So look closely. Did you also guess shirt? I see that there's only one shirt. So shh, shh, remember that sound. That's an SH. Shh. And I don't even really need to stretch it out because it's written right here for me. So in this lesson, on lesson 2, you're going to do this page, all about fall things, all about different colors and fruits, and all about different animals. These ones are a little bit different. This one says, color all of these watermelons pink. So you're going to use your crayons that are in your kit, and you're going to color all the watermelons pink, and all these lemons yellow, and all the apples orange, and all the plums purple. And then you make it match down here. So if there's 1, 2, 3, 4 watermelons that you've colored pink, you're going to color 1, 2, 3, 4 of those pies also pink, so that we know exactly which ones you're talking about. Same with over here, it tells you what color to color those animals. There's actually more to this one, so you probably won't get it all done in one day, and that's totally fine. You can stretch this over a couple of days to get it done. So over here, it says how many? Oh, it looks like 8. So I'm going to find that part on my pie graph, write down 8. It says how many milks? I look on my pie graph. I see that there's only 1 over there. How many sandwiches? Can you see? There's 6. And how many juice boxes? So the questions, though, are always the same on the bottom. What's the question that you think was asked? Which is there the most? Which is there the least? And then there's one all about pets as well. So this one with pie graphs, you're going to have lots of chances to practice, and it'll take a little while. So if you don't get it all done in one day, no big deal. You can always come back to it another day and finish it up. Talk to you soon. If you have any questions, just give me a message on Teams or send me an email, and we'll talk to you soon.